Hello guys, good to have you here. How you all doing? I have a video here that says woman instantly regrets after ruining her 30 years marriage. Women hitting the wall. Oh wow guys. This is the kind of video every lady intending or in marriage needs to watch. Don't wait for the worst to happen to you. Learn from people's experience. Wise people always learn from people's experience. But when you don't, the results you get will be horrible. But it's better you have open mind, learn from people's experience, pick the lessons, and move on. Guys, that's what the video is all about.
So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years. I don't know, things aren't going that great. I miss my family.
These different videos that they compiled together.
I miss being a family. Maybe it's worth just staying miserable if you get your family.
Hello, gents. Welcome to this episode. Imagine leaving your spouse thinking it's greener on the other side. The rate of divorce is growing, and almost 80% of these divorces are initiated by the wives. And most of these divorces are no-fault divorce. They get bored of their husbands, and they return to the streets hoping for a better option. Let's have a look at some few videos.
Good morning. Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. But women, you know, you've seen those women.
There's a wise saying that goes like this: even fools grow old. It's not everybody you listen to, it's not everybody you get advice from, it's not every video you stumble on you will watch and pick one or two from. It's not. Be wise enough. Be wise as serpent. Know when to know what and what to pick. Once you know the advice, what they have to say will not better your life in any way. Keep moving on. Be on the move. Sharp, sharp. Don't even waste a minute on them.
And out there, the women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. And you know how that happens? That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. So you know what you need to do? You need to get your own life. You need to cleave away from your husband, cleave away from your children. You're not just the grandma. You're not just the wife. You may have a marriage that's good, but you're still unhappy and you're still miserable. And you may not want a divorce, and you shouldn't have to. You should be able to find something that fills you up, that you can do to make you feel like you've lived your life. Our lives are short. There's not a lot of time left. What if next year, what if this is the last year of your life? Would you still live it the same way you're living it now? I don't think so. So let's think about that. Let's find a way to do it so that we can live every day and enjoy it, and enjoy our marriages if we have good ones, and be separate people from our husbands and from our children. Women need to get unstuck. They need to find a path and see what's out there for them. There's so much more out there for us. It doesn't end when the kids move away. Anyway, I hope that helps. Well, I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. And it rained all day yesterday when I moved. But today I woke up, and you know what? I felt free. I felt so excited for the first time in years. Just like a weight had been lifted off me. And I feel amazing. I'm so excited. My place is a mess. I haven't unpacked everything because, of course, you can't. And it's so small. There's nowhere. Like, I have to organize like crazy. But I feel really grateful. So it's been a couple of weeks. I've been moving and moving and moving, and now I'm finally all settled in to my new apartment. I'll do a little tour tomorrow, but it's just a short hello, and my very handsome boyfriend is making me dinner.
One eternity later.
So the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. Now, I'm not saying that he shouldn't. We've been separated for a year, but we see each other a lot and we spend time as a family together a lot. And I had asked him many times, are you seeing somebody? And he said, no. He kept saying no. And then he'd take me to dinner and we'd have a nice chat. And I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing. So it's not like I think he shouldn't. Don't get me wrong. This isn't about that. But what happened was because he didn't tell me, I felt safe around him still, like in the way that he still loved me. So he invited me to go on a trip with him and the girls, and I said yes. He bought this big boat for his business, and so we went and got on this boat. But I said yes because I didn't want, you have this feeling when you first get separated that you can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I was like, okay, I don't know whether I should go or not. Like, I don't want him to think something. But then my daughter said, well, he's not going to ask you again, so you should come. And I don't know why she said that, but I do now. So I went. And then when I was there, I found out, because he kept texting, and I just was like, what's going on? And anyway, I found out through some very horrific texts, my fault, that not only was he having a relationship, but they're totally involved in saying I love you and blah, blah, blah. And I had this physical trauma. Like, I went off the fucking rails.
Jealousy.
It was terrible.
She wasn't upset about losing him. She was upset about losing exclusive access to his resources and the stability that he provides. That's why the trigger was specifically that he was telling another woman he loved her, and not that they were just sleeping together. Men that are just plowing a woman for fun do not financially invest in her, but a man in love will want to make a life with the woman he loves. Losing her place in his life to another woman was the real trauma.
I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I just keep thinking about what it used to be like when things were good. And maybe all of this was my fault. Maybe I'm a selfish, narcissistic. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the one.
Guys, see, I still don't understand this. You left your family because you wanted me time. Now you have the me time. And I'm making social media your companion, updating social media on day-to-day of your activities. Does it even make sense? God gave you family, gave you companionship, gave you everything. You left it all because of selfishness. To what end? Wanted to enjoy life all by yourself. And now here you are, every day by day, posting, updating people, updating social media. That's because you feel lonely. She wants companionship. She wants attention. You can't eat your cake and have it.
You're goddamn right.
I don't know, but I'm kind of struggling. All that fake, all that happy, oh, I'm doing so great. I think I was in shock, and now it's coming into reality, and I don't know.
Never see anything.
I know this is just a separation, and there are a lot of worse things in the world than this. I just
move on.
I just don't know what my life's gonna be like. I can't seem to remember anything bad. I just remember all the good things.
You see?
This really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts. And I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children, instead of being at home with my own. And I wonder what I'm doing.
Guys, I don't know why, but I don't feel sorry for her. I don't just know why. Instead, I find it very funny. My bad.
It's really not. I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family.
Oh,
I miss being a family. Maybe it's
Aw.
worth just staying miserable if you get your family. Because without them, I don't know who I am anymore. So, I'm not drinking. I'm not crying because I'm drinking. I'm crying because it's so hard. It's really hard. Anyway, I hope you're having a happy Saturday. I'm sure I'll be fine later. It just hit me. Like, all of everything I've ever known is gone. My family isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together.
well, I feel that there's always a room for reconciliation. You should go back to her husband, beg, apologize, and work things out. Or make social media her new family and be whining, crying, and updating social media. We don't need that. Anyways, she's yet to learn her lesson.
And I'm gonna go sit with some other family. I mean, it's nice that they invited me, but it's not easy.
Good morning. Sometimes I just wonder, like, what am I doing? Like, what have I chosen? Why did I do this? I had a dream last night that my estranged husband came to me and said, I've hurt my hand so badly, and he was crying, and he said he needed my help, and I said, well, how about I just move in and take care of you? And
Aw.
it was like he was the way he used to be, and it was like we were starting over. And it was an upsetting dream. And I don't even, it's not possible. It's just the way the dream came out. I guess my body is like telling me that I love him. I
to
always
reach out.
will. But, things are different. And then I get angry sometimes, and I'm like, why doesn't he believe that I should have alimony? Or, he wants to give me some money, but it's not. I need to have a monthly payment. And all the things we ever had were partly because of me, because my parents lent us money, and, I was really good at helping him. And I was smart. He didn't have a dumb wife. He had a smart wife that helped him and encouraged him and stood by him. Even when something bad happened and I did something bad, I was punished for until now when I left. But everything he did, it was okay. But everything that I did, like, I was to be blamed. Everything has been my fault. And it's like, is this how you spend the rest of your life? Like, at my age, he has more money than me. I live in a shitty apartment. I'm like struggling, trying to find a place to live. And men think that the women don't deserve anything, that they're freeloading, that they're asking for free money, that they got all they deserved. They should get the hell out and find their own way after 30 years of taking care of somebody. And yes, he took care of me too, in many ways, but failed in some ways, because here we are. And
He's human.
but I'm the one that's valueless. It's the wife. There's something wrong.
You think us men don't know why you come back, ladies? Y'all go out there on social media, y'all put all these pictures and videos, and y'all use all these filters, and then you got all these guys in your DMs telling you how great you are. Then you look over at your guy at the couch playing a game. You're like, I could do better than him. Look at my inbox. All these guys are hot. Start watching your videos, and you're like, you know, I really am beautiful. I can do better than this. Ladies, I put that bold glamour filter on my pug and turned her into a f***ing show dog. And you ladies get these guys in your DMs. They're like, girl, if you leave him, I'll treat you like a queen. He ain't doing you right, girl. I don't even play games on the TV. Y'all get out your pen and paper, start running the numbers on what you make, and then you start looking for places, and you're like, you know, if I just eat ramen noodle soup every day, I could afford this. It's always the same song and dance. Y'all leave, and the guys in your DMs, all they wanted to do was bang you, because once they actually meet you, they're like, you don't look nothing like you do in those videos and pictures. Then you do get you a place, and it only takes about 1 month of eating ramen noodle soup every day, and you're like, well, I'll just go live with my mom and save money. Well, you hated living with her when you were a kid, and you hate living with her now, so it only leaves one option, right, ladies? Ladies come crawling back to us, and you use your manipulation tactics. You're like, you know, I had men falling at my feet, and I was happy, and I could make it on my own, but all I could think about was you and what we had. I miss you so much.
I think this gentleman perfectly summarized the real reason why they leave their marriage. This is the result of women acting purely off of their emotions and impulses instead of methodically and logically. They don't think about the fact that during that time she was married, her looks declined, and if she decides to get back out there, she's a less attractive version of herself who most likely never grew in character. You know, a man with self-respect will want them at that point. While on the other side, her ex-husband, who I think was well off financially, had this huge pool of women who would marry him. And this lady is pissed because she thought her life was going to be way better than his. And when she found out he is happy and fulfilled with a prettier and younger woman, she blew a gasket because everything she thought turned out to be the opposite.
This video is filled with so much lesson. I noticed something about this lady, that she's not remorseful. Not even broken, that she abandoned her husband, damaged everything. The only regret she has is that the man is doing way better than her. She felt that the man's life is going to still revolve around her, coming, chasing, begging. But the man was so wise enough to move on with his life. She abandoned her family, left for nothing. I always advocate, once there's no any form of abuse, stay back, make it work. There's nothing on the street. The street is empty. Nobody will love you, treat you better like your partner. There's nothing out there. People are just out there playing game for selfish reason. Once they get it, they move on to the next one. Stay back. Once there's no form of abuse, stay back, make it work. If not for anything, for the sake of your children. But she threw away 30 years of her life, 30 years of memories, just like that. All for what? Guys, please, you should know better. Hope you're able to learn one or two from the video as much as I did. See you on the next one. Watch, like, subscribe. Be at peace with yourself. Bye-bye.